Hey friends, did you know that there are times when being a perfectionist can be hurtful, and that there are other times when being a perfectionist can actually be helpful? Well, believe it or not, according to Harvard psychology professor Tal Ben-Shahar, there are two distinct forms of perfectionism. One is actually adaptive, while the other is more destructive. And as a professional coach, I work with high achievers for a living, and I see firsthand when a client engages in those unhealthy behaviors that we think of, typically being a perfectionist. Things like being obsessive or anxious and depressed. But, there's also the other side of the coin, right? The healthy side, where someone can choose to be intentional in channeling those standards to fuel their growth, right? And when that happens, your focus can shift to achieve over the long run and behave more in alignment with being an optimalist. So a perfectionist fails to embrace reality, while the optimalist pushes themselves to the boundary of what's possible. Perfectionists, they think that they can and that they should work, 15-hour days, and they fool themselves into thinking that they can be healthy and present and active at home and in the community, but ultimately this becomes their downfall, because the reality is they can't do that over the long run, right? And it becomes a source of their misery, because they simply can't do those things over the course of months and years. So when they inevitably fall short of those expectations, they beat themselves up and they feel like they're not living up to their expectations. These are the negative effects of unhealthy perfectionism. Optimalists, right, they behave within the standards, right? They want to be great creators. They want to be present in their relationships, with their spouse and their parents and their friends. They want to make an impact and make a difference in the world, yet they can also see what the perfectionists can't. They see where the reality is, that there are only so many hours in a day. And so they work within those boundaries and those healthy constraints. What it comes down to is being the best versions of themselves within the constraints of those individual realities. So for you, the question is, do you tend to be a perfectionist or an optimist? And how can you hold yourself to high standards and embrace those constraints? Those are important questions to top achievers, because your success is a terrible thing to waste. That's your Monday motivation for this week. So until next week, get out there, get moving, make a difference in the world. And until next time, my friends, I'm Certified High Performance Coach Damien Vanderbilt, your coach for life.